video of Expert Matter series only on ISBR's official YouTube channel. So we have one of the most interesting guests with us today. He's an author and is leading an e-commerce startup, bringing years of experience in customer service operations and business transformation. So let me welcome Mr. Gautam Bora. Welcome, sir. Welcome to video series. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So this series is for management students who are looking forward to build their career in management and are confused a bit about which field to choose, where to pursue their dreams. They have a little hope, they have little desires, so many aspirations altogether. But to clear their mind and to make their career a wider perspective, we have come up with series and we are going to ask you a lot many questions so that your experience benefits them with a lot many career goals as well. So my first question to you would be, what are the most important corporate lessons which each management student should retain in their life?
Sure. I think that's a very interesting question. In fact, just a few days back, I was speaking with another B school on the same topic. There are many, while you can probably do a PhD thesis on what are the lessons that which probably you are not learning in a B school, but get applied in a corporate, there are many of that. But if I had to pick up few, keeping in view the time constraint that we have, I will pick up three to start with. The first one, I would say, I call that as you need to set the rules of your life. When I say the rules of your life, I'll give certain examples. Because many times you plan your life in a particular way, you want to go in a particular way, you choose your career, you do certain things. Even in the corporate life, there will be a project coming in, you're getting into a new boss or the old boss continuing, whatever. Like there are a lot many variables, and most of the time people fail because while you are a kid, while you are a child, then your number of variables that impact your life is very less. But once you get into that, unless you create the certain rules to handle these variables, then it becomes a problem. So the first thing I say, the first lesson I say that you need to set your rules of your life. And I call that you need to, I am borrowing one term called biology of belief. That's from a book called Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. And in fact, the book is here. This is the book I am talking about. So what I'm saying is you need to create your own biologies of belief. I'll give some examples from my life, what I do. Like, for example, I keep always my back of the mind, there are three rules that I have set for myself. The first rule is I call that as, which probably all of us we know, that verse from the Gita, which is called Karmenna Adhikarasti Ma Phalesu Kadachana. Means, I'm sure you know the meaning, that you have the right only on the result, only on the work that you are going to do, not on the result. So that's the rule number one, that whatever comes to you, you really need to keep in your mind that, yes, this is what I'm going to do and I should not be distracted. That's one rule for me. Second rule that I follow is run after excellence. Again, that you must have heard in the book, in the movie called The Three Idiots. Run after excellence. Don't run after success. Success is going to follow. So that's the second rule for myself. So now, similar, it's not necessary. There is one more rule actually, which I always suggest people to watch this video from Steve Jobs, which is called the Connect the Dots. And that was he delivered the convocation speech in Stanford. And that's just 15 minutes video. Everyone should watch that. That's my suggestion. Is called the Connect the Dots. That means that you need not, again, it is somehow connected with the Karmenna Adhikarasti. Like you keep on doing your job. You don't know many times that you will find that in your life that things are getting not going on your way. Maybe you are in a job is not going well, maybe some problem with relationship, problem with some family. So it doesn't matter. It says that there's a reason why it is happening. In future, all the dots will get connected. So like that, these rules I follow, but not necessarily that everyone needs to follow that. So my first suggestion or my first advice would be find out your own rule, find out your own biology of belief and start following that. I have given the example of the rules from my life. That's one. Uh, Second is about invest in yourself. If When I say invest in yourself, I'll just give a certain example. Like for if you look at today's market, if you look at today's say job market, and if I tell you the words called say cloud architect, blockchain architect, SEO specialist, digital manager, digital marketing manager, content writer. If you look back 5 years, these positions never existed. That means the way the world is going, the globally, because it is the way the whole world is connected, and because of the speed the world is moving, because of the improvement in technology, because of the speed the way people are inventing technology, integrating technology, it's very important that we remain cognizant of what technology or what kind of skill that we need to develop and invest in that. Like for example, we don't know, maybe another 5 years, whatever you are learning today may be totally irrelevant. Please identify, keep on upgrading yourself. And related with that, very important, that always work on a life skill. When I'm saying life skill, like for example, today the swimming is a life skill. Like you never forget that in life and it will always work for you. Like cycling is a life skill. Like for example, investing in stock market, that's a life skill. So that's point number two, invest in yourself. Point number one, I have said that find out your biology of belief. And the second suggestion is invest in yourself. And a third one, and most critical one, is be passionate about whatever you are doing. When I talk about passion, I always remember this story. There were three people that who were constructing a wall, and there's a person passing by. So he asked the first person, "What are you doing?" He said, "Yes, I am just putting one brick on the top of another." Then he asked the second person, "What is that you are doing?" He said, "I'm constructing a wall." And he asked the third guy, he said, "I'm building a temple." That's the passion I am talking about. Whatever you are doing, put your heart and soul together. It may be a job coming to you, given by your boss, you may or may not be liking. It may be something that you have selected yourself, but you may not be liking. Does not matter. If you're working on that, put your heart and soul together. You never know how the dots should be connected later. So these are the three lessons I thought that I would pick up. First, find your biology of belief. Second is invest in yourself. And third is be passionate about whatever you are doing.
That's actually a very, very, very beautiful story. And so I really admire the library you have at your home. We all wish to have a book corner, a library in our home, but we are never able to achieve it. I really love their background, really love and admire all those books you have. And I am damn sure it would be, all of those books would be amazing. So I really appreciate the corner in your house. So, my next question to you would be things important for us to retain in personal life as well. What would be that be?
I would say in fact, if you say in some time, once you start working, it becomes very difficult. It becomes really impossible to differentiate between your personal life and the corporate life, which is not good. Actually, you need to have a personal life and you need to have life in your corporate or the job. But that's the job you are doing, and you have a personal life where you have your family, you have got your hobbies and everything. And if I talk about personal life, that if someone what one should do is, again, I'll pick up the same thing. Few things are similar. So you need to understand what is your rule for your personal life. Like, are you going to carry your job? Are you going to carry your workplace to your home, or you are going to leave it there? So like that one is the setting of the rule is very critical. Right. And second is the what I feel is most critical many times once you get into the corporate, because there would be pressure. There would be pressure of performance, pressure of so many things. There would be once you get into your 30s, you would have a family. Once you get into 40, then you would have the family expanded. Then more and more variables would be coming in. So it's very important that you know how to unwind. And when I'm saying unwind, there are different ways you need to identify how you are going to unwind. There are people like, that's where I feel you need to addict it. I call that a positive addiction. You need to positively addict it to something. Like you may start reading a book, and that might be your hobby. Maybe you play something, say, guitar or something, you are into music. Develop that as a skill, or maybe you do art, develop that as a skill, or maybe, and base I always feel is get addicted to fitness. And once you get addicted to fitness, maybe you go to the gym or the yoga or whatever, because please remember, once you are in a corporate, your organization takes care of everything. But if you are not well, yes, organization would support. But the people who are going to suffer of someone not getting well is the person himself and the family. So it's very critical that you need to have your focus on your health. So develop that as an addiction. So two things here. And a personal life, as I said, you need to again set the rules for your personal life. And at the same time, you need to understand how to unwind, how to switch off. Maybe you go for a walk or whatever. It does not matter what you do. You need to identify the thing that clicks on you. Keep on trying. Something would click and stick to that.
Right, right. Definitely, sir. So you have enlightened us with a lot, many skills which we need to develop. And I guess everybody should develop, whether they are students or not. These are skills to retain in life for long. But sir, how to develop these skills? We all know a certain set of skills or a list of skills, but how do we develop these?
Right. So I think it is about, see, I always feel like if you think that's from inside it, you need to do something, you do it. So I always feel you should not wait for a compulsion to happen. Like many times, like I spend quite a lot of time for my fitness, and people say, why do you spend? I spend money and time both. And people say, why do you spend so much of money? See, my answer is that either you spend for your fitness or you spend for a doctor. One of that is going to happen. So same thing here. So you need to be conscious of yourself. You need to keep a goal in mind why you are doing it. And once you're very clear on the goal, like I call that finding your own North Star. You know, the North Star that used to be used
Yes.
by all ships in a sea to find out the direction. Once you know your North Star, like for example, why I'm spending on fitness or why I'm getting addicted in fitness, because I want to remain fit so that my family, obviously I want to look good, I want to look fit so that my family do not suffer later. Or why I'm doing the music, because I probably after 2 years, apart from my corporate job, I want to have my own album. So once you are clear on that, yes, this is my North Star because of what in the which direction I'm going, so you would do that. So it's about being conscious and finding your North Star so that you start practicing it.
Definitely, sir.
I
Definitely.
hope I hope I am clear what I have said.
Definitely, sir, you are. I am sure everybody watching this video right now would be understanding and retaining a lot, many skill development list in their head, and they would definitely work on those. So, sir, we have almost come to the end of the video. We have asked you a lot, many questions. Lastly, I would like you to share a liner motivation, one liner motivation, which we ask all of our guests to share with our audience and all our viewers. So, what would that be?
So that would be again the same line that I had quoted to start with from the Gita. Karmenna adhikaraste ma phale sukadacham. Keep doing your job. Don't think of the rest. Result is going to follow.
Definitely. This interview was amazing. It's my personal favorite. I am sure everybody is looking forward to develop all these skills you just mentioned, and pretty sure everybody is going to love this video, and you, of course. So thank you so much, sir, for taking our time. Thank you so much for giving us such wonderful information.
Thank you, Shruti. Thank you so much. And it was my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.